Hello friends, in this video we will learn about advantage and disadvantage of regenerative and reheat cycle. The first, regenerative cycle. The efficiency of Rankine cycle is less than Carnot cycle because in the Rankine cycle all the heat is not added at highest temperature. The temperature is raised by reversible interchange of heat before water enter the boiler. The cycle in which an infinite number of such bleeding are assumed to take place between the points where the steam becomes dry saturated and it is finally exhausted to the condenser is known as regenerative cycle. Bleeding is extraction of steam from any section of the turbine before it has completely expanded to the final temperature for heating feed water. Idle regenerative cycle. The steam enter the turbine dry saturated at temperature T1 and expand adiabatically to temperature T2. The condensate from the condenser is pumped back through an annular space in the turbine casing and the feed water is heated by the steam in a reversible manner, the temperature of steam and feed water being same at any section. The water enter the boiler in a saturated condition at 4. The heat gained by feed water during stage 3 and 4, area 3, 4, BA is equal to the heat gained by the steam during point 1 and 2, area 1D, C2. It can be shown that the efficiency of this idle regenerative cycle is equal to that of Carnot cycle. Heat supplied is equal to area under 4(1) is equal to 4(1) dB. Heat rejected area under 2(1) dB 3(1). The advantage of regeneration is explained by the fact that in Rankine cycle more latent heat is thrown in condenser than in regenerative cycle. The idle regenerative cycle cannot be followed in actual practice. Even if we could practically approach it, it would not be used because of the low dryness fraction of the steam in the latter stage of turbine. Therefore, in actual practice, advantage is taken of the principle of regeneration by bleeding a part of the steam flowing at certain stage of expansion for feed water heating, so that the dryness fraction of the remaining part is not greatly reduced. So next is reheat Rankine cycle. The efficiency of the ordinary Rankine cycle can be improved by increasing the pressure and temperature of the steam entering into the turbine. As the initial pressure increases, the expansion ratio in the turbine also increases and the steam becomes quite wet at the end of expansion. This is not desirable because the increased moisture content of the steam causes corrosion and erosion of the turbine blades and increase the losses. This reduces the nozzle and blade efficiency. In reheat cycle, the steam is extracted from a suitable point in the turbine and is heated with the help of gases in the boiler furnace. The dryness fraction of steam coming out of a turbine should not fall below 0.88. By using the reheat cycle, the specific steam consumption decrease and thermal efficiency also increase. The increase in thermal efficiency due to reheat depends upon the ratio of reheat pressure to original pressure of steam. The reheat pressure is generally kept within 20% of the initial pressure of the steam. In reheater, the steam is generally heated to its initial temperature of steam. The efficiency of the reheat cycle may be less than the Rankine efficiency if the reheat is used at low pressure. The reheat cycle is only preferred for high capacity plant above 50 MW and when pressure of steam is as high as 100 kg per centimeter square. It is not preferred for low capacity plants as the cost of the reheater is not justified. Advantage of reheat cycles. There is a limit to the degree of superheat due to meteorological conditions. Therefore, it is not possible to get all superheat in one stage. The inevitable effect of use of higher pressure in modern power plant is that the saturation line is reached earlier during isentropic. Therefore, most of the turbine stage operated in saturated steam region, which is highly undesirable. There is heavy blade erosion due to the impact of water particle carried with the steam. Therefore, the heating is essential in high pressure modern power plant to increase the life of the plant. The reheating reduces 4 to 5% fuel consumption with a corresponding reduction in fuel handling. The reheat cycle reduces the steam flow of 15 to 17%, which corresponding reduction in boiler, turbine and feed heating equipment capacities. This also reduces the pumping power in the proportion. The wetness of the exhaust steam with reheat cycle is reduced to 50% of Rankine cycle with a corresponding reduction in exhaust blade erosion. Lower steam pressure and temperature and less costly material can be used to obtain the required thermal performance. A reduction in steam volume and heat to be condenser is reduced by 7 to 8%. Therefore, the condenser size and cooling water requirement area also reduced by the same percentage. The size of the LP turbine blade is reduced because specific volume is reduced by 7 to 8%. The advantage claimed from the reheat cycle are higher thermal efficiency, reduced feed pump power, smaller condenser, smaller boiler, long life of turbine head, and less handling of fuel and firing equipments. The cost of extra pipes and equipments and control make this cycle more expensive than ordinary Rankine cycle. Therefore, the minimum capacity of the plant must be 50 MW for the adoption of reheat cycle. The generator floor space is required to accommodate the large turbine, multi-cylinder and reheat piping. So friends, if you like this video, then like and share. Also don't forget to subscribe this channel and press bell icon for getting notification of my upcoming videos.